Tired of the same old beige living room? You're not alone. Many of us fall in love with the calming minimalist aesthetic of Japandi design. Its serene blend of Scandinavian warmth and Japanese simplicity. But what happens when you want to add a little more personality? What if you want a splash of something unexpected, something vibrant, without losing that peaceful, balanced feeling? In this video, we're going beyond beige and unlocking the secrets of how to infuse pops of color into your Japandi living room, while keeping it harmonious, grounded, and perfectly on trend for 2025. Japandi style has taken the design world by storm, and for good reason. It represents the best of two design philosophies: Scandinavian coziness and Japanese minimalism. Natural materials, soft neutral tones, clean lines, and functionality define the look. But one common misconception is that Japandi must be strictly monochrome or too sterile. That couldn't be further from the truth. Today we're showing you how adding color, yes, even bold color, can elevate your Japandi living room into something uniquely personal while staying true to the spirit of the style. Let's start with the foundation. At its core, a Japandi living room should feel calm, breathable, and uncluttered. The space we're working with began as a neutral, softly lit room with light wood floors, white walls, and furniture pieces in natural fabrics like linen and cotton. The overall tone was beige, soft gray, and warm white, very traditional Japandi. These neutral tones act like a canvas. They don't compete with color, they support it. By starting with a clean base, you make space for intentional and impactful accents. Furniture was kept simple. A low-profile sofa, a wooden coffee table with a matte finish, and shelving made from sustainable bamboo. Lighting too played a huge role. Soft, diffused lighting set the mood. Pendant lamps and rice paper and a floor lamp with warm LEDs help create that cozy, cocoon-like atmosphere that Japandi is known for. Once your foundation is set, this is where the fun begins. Adding color isn't about throwing a bunch of mismatched accessories into the mix. It's about accentuation. Adding interest without disrupting balance. We began by introducing color through textiles. Throw pillows in rich terracotta, muted forest green, and soft rust tones immediately gave the sofa life. A hand-woven rug with subtle ochre and indigo detailing grounded the room, while staying harmonious with the wooden tones and soft palette. Artwork is another fantastic way to incorporate color. A large canvas featuring abstract brushstrokes in deep navy and clay orange became the focal point above the couch, adding depth and dimension without overwhelming the calm. Even plants can act as a form of color. We chose leafy greens like monstera and rubber plants to introduce natural vibrancy. Their sculptural forms bring in texture and energy, and their pots and earthy ceramic finishes tie everything together. Then there's the magic of small accents. Think colored glass vases on open shelving, a bright ceramic bowl on the coffee table, or even a bold colored throw blanket casually draped over the armrest. It's these touches, strategically placed, that make a Japandi space feel lived in, curated, and personal. Understanding the psychology of color can also help you make thoughtful choices. For example, green tones are known for their calming and grounding properties, making them ideal for a space that's meant for relaxation. Terracotta or warm clay tones bring a sense of warmth and rustic charm, while deep blues can promote focus and peace. We found that limiting the palette to 2 or 3 accent colors kept everything cohesive. In this room, we chose a warm terracotta, muted sage, and a splash of navy colors that not only worked beautifully with the existing neutrals but also with each other. When curating your color palette, think in terms of families. Analogous colors, those that sit next to each other on the color wheel, tend to blend well together and maintain a sense of harmony. This keeps your space from feeling too chaotic or visually overwhelming. In our case, pairing sage green with a soft olive, or terracotta with burnt sienna and blush tones, ensured the space retained its calming feel. The key is to keep your accents intentional. Less is more, especially in a Japandi setting. You're not painting entire walls neon. You're placing color where it enhances, not overpowers. We also wanted to show that you don't have to spend a lot to achieve this look. Many of the items we used were upcycled, thrifted, or DIY. A side table was rescued from a flea market and repainted in a dusty rose tone. An old bookshelf was sanded down and refinished with a natural wax for a lighter look that complemented the colorful pottery we displayed on it. Even the framed art was a weekend DIY project. Printed digital art in a homemade frame. Budget-friendly doesn't mean compromising on aesthetics. It means being thoughtful, creative, and resourceful. And now the reveal. The finished living room feels warm, inviting, and unexpectedly vibrant. The pops of color bring personality to the minimalist backdrop, adding just enough contrast to make the space feel fresh and alive. It still feels very Japandi. The clean lines, natural textures, and functional design remain. But now there's an added layer of joy and individual expression. It's a space that reflects a real lifestyle, one that embraces both simplicity and creativity. If you're looking to recreate this look, remember, start with a neutral foundation. Focus on quality over quantity. Introduce color through purposeful accents, textiles, art, greenery, and ceramics. Keep your palette tight and harmonious. And most importantly, don't be afraid to experiment. Design is a personal journey. What matters most is how a space makes you feel when you walk into it. We hope this transformation inspires you to think differently about Japandi interiors. Color doesn't have to break the serenity. It can elevate it. Let your personality shine through your decor. Whether it's a teal vase on a beige shelf or a marigold pillow on a soft gray couch, there's always room for vibrancy and minimalism. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll be sharing more room transformations, design tips, and Japandi inspiration every week. And if you've added color to your Japandi living room, tag us in your photos. We'd love to see how you've made the style your own. Japandi isn't about rules. It's about balance. And when color is added with care, that balance becomes something truly beautiful.